Good morning, students. Good morning, all of you. I hope the concept which we understand in the previous video has been clear to you. And now we are going to study the distance time graph. Okay. I hope you have understand the good idea of graph. So let us now discuss the distance time graph because these are going to give us a lot of information about motion of various objects. Okay. Good morning, students. Good morning, all of you. So I hope you all have understand the difference between uniform and non-uniform motion. So non-uniform motion is also clear to you. A body is said to be on non-uniform motion if it cover unequal distance in equal interval of time. Okay. Now that you know that what is uniform and non-uniform motion, so we know a lot of things. So let us look at the different distance time graph and let's see what kind of information do we get from there. So say this is a distance on y-axis and time on x-axis. So if you have a graph like this, what does this mean? This is the line of graph. That means the time is increasing. As time increases, the distance covered remain the same. So that means the object is not covering any distance with time. That means the object is not moving at all. The object is located at same position. That is why the distance cover is same. It is at 3. So even though the time is increasing, so this would means that the body is at rest. The body is at rest. The body is not moving. The body is not in motion. So looking at the graph itself, we could interpret that the body is not moving. Now let's look at another case. Here you see a different graph. So here you have a graph like this where you see the time is increasing. So each point on the graph, if you try to look at these points, they will correspond to a point on the x-axis and the point on the y-axis. That as time is increasing, value of time is increasing from 1 to 2. Similarly, the distance covered is also increasing from 1 to 2 and 2 to 3. So as time is increasing, the distance is also increasing in this case. And also here you see that in first interval of time, that is in 1 unit of time. So if we say that this is an hour, so first 1 hour it traveled 1 kilometer. In the second 1 hour, it traveled again 1 kilometer. In the third 1 hour, it travel again 1 kilometer. So it is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. So that means the body is in uniform motion. So just looking at the graph, we could say that the body is in uniform motion. So I hope you understand this. So this is the first 1 hour, this is the second 1 hour, and how much distance in this second 1 hour? How will you calculate that? Till 2 hour, the total distance traveled is 2 kilometer. But in first 1 hour, 1 kilometer travel. So 1 kilometer travel in the second interval and so on. Okay. Now let's look at case 3. Here we have a graph similar to that of case 2, but here it is not passing through the origin. So what does that show? That shows that initially the graph is like this. That means that initially, as time was increasing, the distance was not increasing, and only after that distance that is increasing. So initially the object was at rest. So this portion till this much time, the object was at rest. And only after this, the object started moving, and when it started moving uniformly. So whenever you have a straight line like this, it shows uniform motion. But initially the object was at rest. Now case number 4. So here you have a curvy line. So it shows that yes, if you consider at any point on the curve, you see that the time is increasing at each of these points. So as time is increasing, what do you see? The distance is also increasing, which shows that the body is moving, of course, but it is not moving uniformly. So in the first 1 hour, it traveled this much distance. In the second 1 hour, it traveled this much distance, which is more. In the third 1 hour, that is maybe here. So you see here again it travel less. So the distance traveled in each interval of time is different. So this graph portrays non-uniform motion. Okay. So therefore, whenever an object is in uniform motion, the graph would be a straight line. If the graph is a curved line, that means it is a non-uniform motion. So how we determine speed? How we define speed? How we measure distance? Distance is measure lengths. So distance measure in meter, kilometer. So these are the units to measure distance. And now how do we measure time? Time is primarily measured in three major units: hour, minute, and seconds. Now, in order to understand these three, the best example would be looking at your wall clock. So, on the wall clock, you can see a big hand, a small hand, and a very thin and tiny hand which moves very fast. So, these three hands will tell you the hour hand, minute hand, and the second hand. So, the smaller hand is the hour hand. The biggest hand is, or the larger hand is, the minute hand, and the very thin hand which moves very fast, that is second hand. Now the second hand moves with each second. The hour hand moves with every hour. From 2 to it moves to 3 after 1 hour. Okay, and the minute hands move every minute. So that's how the three hands of the clock moves. And there exists a relationship between these three units of time. Then now 1 hour is equals to 60 minutes and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Right? So now these are the three possible units of time. So therefore the commonly used unit of speed are kilometer per hour or meter per second. So these are the most commonly used unit of speed. And we can convert the units, like we can convert the meter per second to kilometer per hour. We can also convert kilometer per hour to meter per second. So let us look at some example. So let us say you have value 10 meter per second and you want to convert it into kilometer per hour. So 10 meter per second means 10 meter divided by 1 second. So how do you convert 10 meter into kilometer? 10 into 10 to the power minus 3 kilometer, and 1 second would be 1 by 60 into 60 hour. So when you calculate this, it comes out to be 36 kilometer per hour. So basically 10 meter per second is equals to 36 kilometer per hour. So that's how these are the common units of speed. And you would have seen these units written on the meter present inside your car. So inside your car or a bike, have you ever seen the meter which is present inside your vehicle, which shows the speed of the vehicle? So as you start driving fast, this hand keeps moving very fast. And at the end of it, you will see that somewhere it would be written kilometer per meter per hour or kilometer per something would be written there. So this is how we measure speed. Now when it comes to measuring speed, so unit is something which is needed for measuring the speed. Besides that, there are certain devices also which are used to mention speed. So these so they are evidently seen on the vehicles. If you get time, just try to observe in motorcycle or bikes or cars, or you will be able to see these kinds of devices. So the device is called speedometer. Speedometer is a device that measures speed. Of course, the name speaks for itself. Speedometer, obviously measuring speed. Now similarly, there is another device called odometer, and it measures the distance covered till now. Okay, so inside a car you have 2 meter like this. So one of these will measure the speed, as you can see here, per hour, meter per hour, kilometer per hour, that would measure the speed. And this is the odometer, which will measure the total distance. So here you have the values like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and wherever this hand indicate, that gets multiplied by 1000 to give you the total distance covered. So that's the difference between speedometer and odometer. So you would have seen often people driving car, or people you want to sell their own car, they often talk about how much is the total distance that is being covered driven by the old car. So how do you get that value? Through the odometer, because it tells the total distance that is being traveled by that vehicle. So that's the purpose of odometer. So that's about the devices which help us to measure the speed. Now, when we talk about speed, it is not only the vehicle which we can think of when we talk about speed. It talk about animals. For example, cheetah, which is very much known for its speed. It is one of the fastest animal on the land. Its speed is 112 kilometer per hour. That is a huge speed. So you talk about human beings. Normally human beings have an average speed of 40 kilometer per hour. You talk about wind. So wind also have a speed, the wind speed. Now, if you would have seen in the weather forecast report, it often talks about wind, and it says 5 mph, that is 5 meter per hour. So similarly, you can see this line indicate the wind speed over the week. So every day it is changing. Some wind speed also matters to also influences a lot of stuff. You talk about moving blades of the fan, that also have a speed. So everything which is in motion has certain speed associated with it. So when we trying to talk about a motion or try to describe the motion, we try to describe how fast the object is moving, and that is where we talk about speed.